YouTube. This is gonna be a little different intro because I kind of messed up, but um, I attempted to record the first game. That you see that we won 8-6. And my mic was on mute the entire time. So we're gonna advance to the second game. So what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Trip. We back with another Pittsburgh Pirates franchise video. So, like I was trying to say before, we're in the playoffs. Yeah, we won the first game. That's my bad. But yes, we made the playoffs. We ended up sweeping the St. Louis Cardinals in that last regular season video that I dropped, and that basically ended the NL Central race. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, for the first time since 2014, I believe, have won the National League Central. The Cardinals somehow found a way to fight back after they got swept and sweep the Giants in the last series of the season, and they made the playoffs on the last day of the season. So they snuck in. Now they're facing us. 8-6 game. I'm really mad because that game was a banger. Absolutely crazy. We were down 5-2, then came back, tied the game at 5-5, and then just took over and scored some runs. Jared Triolo was the player of the game. He was 3 for 5 with 3 doubles, which was absolutely insane. O'Neal Cruz hit an absolute crazy home run. Jack Sawinski also went deep. Andrew McCutchen came up clutch for us once we were tied 5-5. He hits a double to score 2 to make it 7-5. And yeah, I took the score 2. The score 1 to make it 6-5, and then we went up 7-5. Mitch Keller got absolutely obliterated. Yeah, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, only 1 strikeout. He didn't even make it 3 innings. Without further ado, let's see if we can end the series and get to the Turnpike Series with the Philadelphia Phillies. The National League Wild Card Series hangs in the balance tonight as the Pittsburgh Pirates had an incredible comeback last night as they beat the St. Louis Cardinals 8-6 behind some great hitting from Jared Triolo. Can they finish the series tonight? Paul Skeens will be on the mound versus Steven Matz. We will see the left-handed lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates today. You see it there. Game 2 is tonight. Game 3 will be tomorrow, again in Pittsburgh if necessary. But with Paul Skeens on the mound, they are not looking to do that. Paul Skeens, the rookie, gets the ball in game 2. He got hit around a little bit when he came up from the minors, but he finished off very strong and gets the ball here in game 2. Tommy Edman steps in. I expect to see that four-seam fastball, and I do, sitting there at 101. Tommy Edman had a big night last night for the Cardinals, but the Pirates had an even bigger night. Leo Peguero getting the start at first base today due to a left-hander being on the mound. You see the Cardinals lineup, same lineup we saw last night will take place here today. We just saw Tommy Edman, Paul Goldschmidt in there at the 7th spot as Brendan Donovan steps in. You cannot name a person on the Cardinals who did not have some sort to do with those 6 runs that were scored last night, excuse me. As Donovan fouls it off, 1-2 for Paul Skeens, his first playoff appearance. He's got him. The first strikeout for Paul Skeens. Lars Newbar, who has been a thorn in the Pirates' ass the whole year, he's going to foul it off of Paul Skeens. The 1-1 pitch is a fly ball to Esther Ruiz. That is out number 3. The Pirates will come up to the plate in the bottom half of the first. Steven Matz getting the ball. The Pirates have had a lot of success. Surprisingly, they still see him in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. They will put up their left-handed lineup. Leading off will be Jared Triolo, who had 3 doubles last night. For many of the viewers who did not see, Jared Triolo signed an endorsement deal with Jordan Brand. So he is now decked out in all Jordan gear, and he had a Jordan flu game yesterday. He was absolutely going crazy. He had 3 doubles, 3 big-time doubles. That ball is deep. Can Jordan Walker get there? He does. But Jared Triolo is off to a hot start in these series. Look at the lineup today. Andrew McCutchen, Brian Reynolds, 2-3. Brent Rooker will be in the cleanup spot today. Ke'Bryan Hayes in the 5. O'Neal Cruz will be 6. Leover Peguero will be in there at first base, batting 7th. Henry Davis behind the plate as the catcher. Esteury Ruiz rounded out for the Pirates today as Andrew McCutchen takes an ugly first pitch hack as Steven Matz was confused. That's going to be hit hard on the ground, but to Paul Goldschmidt, so that will be an automatic out. Coming up to the plate, Brian Reynolds, 31 homers, 98 RBIs. Did not have a good game last night, but did, in fact, use his defense to help the Pirates. But he's going to hit one up the middle that is going to be out after an incredible play by Tommy Edman up the middle. We will go to the top of the second. Nolan Arenado steps in. The future Hall of Famer faces the young prodigy, Paul Skeens, and he's going to single into right, after getting jammed. That is the one thing with Paul Skeens. Woody Keller is behind the plate tonight. We might have a murder. Somebody might have to call 911. His strike zone is absolutely horrible, as you have seen early. Paul Skeens still getting ahead, though. Paul Skeens did have Woody Keller as his umpire in his debut. That resulted in 9 strikeouts, but that's 2 today in his first postseason appearance. He's looking every bit of the part of being the future ace for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wilson Contreras standing in as the runner goes as they try a hit and run, and the Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher, the 4-time All-Star, is down 0-2. The Skeens heat puts him down for the 3rd strikeout of the night. Paul Goldschmidt steps in to the plate, who I say kind of led the charge because brother had 2 sac flies last night that resulted in big runs for the St. Louis Cardinals. Even though he was 0 for 4 and he flies out there, he was big for them as the Pirates neutralize him, as we'll see Brent Rooker leading off the inning. Here is Brent Rooker, the power bat. 27 homers on the year, 79 RBIs. That has been his kryptonite all year, was his ability to not wait back on pitches. He waits right there, but it's a bad slurve to swing at. Tommy Edman throws him out at first, and that will be the first out of the evening. The Pirates fans are packed in here tonight as Ke'Bryan Hayes steps in. These fans were absolutely incredible last night. and they look to be even more incredible tonight. See Brian Hayes fouling off a sinker. Steven Matz looking great here early for the Cardinals. Brian Hayes is going to put a good swing on it, but fly it out to right to Lars Nootbaar for out number 2. Coming up to the plate, the man who was on a mission last night, O'Neal Cruz, who had a big home run to right center field as he sends another one on the ground, but Tommy Edman makes an incredible play to nab Cruz at first. Tommy Edman with a top 10 play to nab Cruz. Here's Ezequiel Tovar, a guy the Pittsburgh Pirates were reportedly targeting until the St. Louis Cardinals came out of nowhere and made a trade for him. He went 0 for 4 last night, and he was taken off the market by the St. Louis Cardinals. 1-2 is a slider that he's going to bloop over the third base bag. He will not advance to second. That will be a base hit for Ezequiel Tovar. Dylan Carlson stepping into the plate after the bloop hit from Ezequiel Tovar. Paul Skeens, who has not struggled a lot with being behind batters, that is going to be out number 1 as Esteury Ruiz uses his speed in that new flashy black and yellow glove to make the out on the run. Tommy Edman, who had that incredible play, steps back in for his second round against Paul Skeens. Esteury Ruiz is going to have to use his speed one more time. He gets there. That is unbelievable work from Esteury Ruiz in center field. Paul Skeens looking dominant early. What will he get here? That's a nasty slider, but it breaks just at the wrong time. Ezequiel Tovar gets his lead. Donovan puts it on the ground. Triolo has it. That will end the inning. A great outing so far for Paul Skeens as we go to the bottom of the third. Liover Peguero making his series debut gets the start at first base with the lefty being on the mound. The first pitch from Matz is a circle change, high and in, taken by Liover Peguero. Wearing those bumblebee gloves, he looks to have some success as he lines one to Jordan Walker, but it will be caught. Allowed out number 1 as Jordan Walker looks how he's going to line up against Henry Davis, who went 2 for 4 last night with a big double late in the game to cement the victory for the Pirates. He has not had a great offensive year, but a better offensive year for him, as he will be the future behind the plate as he continues the hot streak. Puts one in center. That will be a base hit for Henry Davis as he looks to stay hot in the series. Coming up, Esteury Ruiz. Look at the swing from Henry Davis. That was an absolute dig shot sent into center field. Esteury Ruiz, the speedster. Henry Davis gets a lead. Steven Matz throws one. They're going to try to get 2, but Ruiz is too fast. That will be 2 outs here in the inning as Jared Triolo, the fan favorite, the best white boy since Eminem, steps into the plate. We all know what is coming from Esteury Ruiz. We know he excels at picking his pitches, and when he wants to run, we expect to see a lot of pitch outs tonight for Wilson Contreras, who has that electric arm behind the plate. As Ruiz goes, That's a perfect throw from Contreras, but Ruiz is just faster. That's another stolen base for Ruiz, who had one last night. That'll be free tacos for America if they can get to the World Series. A great cut from Jared Triolo. Steven Matz shakes it off. Looks like Esteury Ruiz is running. Triolo's going to take it as Ruiz nabs third base. But Triolo is now down 2-2. That pitch misses. A great eye from Triolo. A great at-bat from Triolo, allowing Ruiz to advance to third. 3-2. 2 outs. A pivotal moment here early in the game as Triolo fouls off the sinker. 100 off the bat. Can he get a pitch to hit here? He gets one and he sends it up the middle. That is classic Jared Triolo right there. Coming clutch for the Pittsburgh Pirates once again, allowing Ruiz to steal 2 bags and come home on a single. That is classic baseball. 1-0 lead for the Pittsburgh Pirates here early. Jared Triolo gets his lead. He's going to go. Kutch puts it on the ground. Triolo's going to try to advance to third, but it will be for naught. But Jared Triolo, the talk of the inning, comes through for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lars Nootbaar stepping in for the St. Louis Cardinals. As he flies that to left, Brian Reynolds has it, and he corrals it in left for the first out of the 4th inning. Nolan Arenado getting his second crack at Paul Skeens here tonight, who is looking very good against the St. Louis Cardinals in his first playoff appearance. He said before the game on Twitter that he lives for moments like this, and he is showing that here so far. 0-2 on the future Hall of Famer. He's going to shoot it up the middle. It's going to get past the outstretched O'Neal Cruz for a base hit as Nolan Arenado goes 2 for 2 on 2 balls with an exit velocity of not higher than 85 miles per hour. Last night for the Cardinals. Skeens looking good here early. Can they turn it? Triolo gonna try, but it will not be in time. That is still a good out for Skeens, as now he gets to Contreras, who he has had a lot of success with. A 1-0 miss for Paul Skeens. The slider goes back to the cutter, but leaves it over the plate. That could be the game-tying run if they cannot get it in. It looks like they will not in time. That is the game-tying run. Wilson Contreras comes through for the Cardinals to tie the game at 1. These Cardinals back. He gets the second strike. What will he go to here? That slider, it breaks, and it breaks bad. But Paul Goldschmidt takes a horrible cut as the game is now tied at 1. Ball 3. Brent Rooker on deck, the power back. Here is the 3-2 pitch. That'll be line down the right field line for a base hit for Brian Reynolds, who will pump the brakes and settle for a base hit. Brian Reynolds here showing with the show drone. He laces a ball down the right field line, lets the ball get deep down the 320 short line here in Pittsburgh. It'll be just a base hit. Many people had high hopes for him coming off a 2023 All-Star campaign, but he is down 0-2. He takes a sinker off the inside part of the plate, called a strike. And he will walk back to the dugout. Key Brian Hayes. Can he come up big for the Pittsburgh Pirates here? Reynolds gets his lead. Key Brian Hayes laces one down the line, but it's foul. Brian Reynolds gets another lead. Matz deals. That'll be off the plate. A circle change. Key Brian Hayes has been seeing a lot of pitches away lately from pitchers. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, but it hits the first base. Oh, now it's gonna be a. Oh my goodness. The ball hit the first base coach in the nuts, and it bounces back to Paul Goldschmidt. And he then tags out Brian Reynolds. First base coach has the balls of steel as that ball just completely bounced right back to Paul Goldschmidt. A little bit of bad luck for the Pirates. To Brian Hayes. Takes a ball now with the bases empty. After an insane play, that'll be on the not top 10. That'll be on shotgun a full, but Key Brian Hayes takes advantage of the moment, sends a circle change into right field for a base hit. Should be runners on first and second, but balls of steel down there did not want to move. So now there's just a runner on first for O'Neal Cruz, who's going to take the slurve off the plate. Can he get a pitch to hit? Now 3-1. Brian Hayes gets the lead on first. O'Neal Cruz gets a circle change on the inside part of the plate. They throw Key Brian Hayes out at second, and that will be the end of the inning. With the fastball. Fastball has not really gotten up to 101 today. That's another base hit for Ezekiel Tovar. 2 for 2 tonight against Paul Skeens, winning the first and the second round against him. Paul Skeens must have heard what I said. Ezekiel Tovar gets a lead. Strike 2 to Dylan Carlson. Been struggling with heat here. Skeens looks at Tovar. He's going to throw another heater off the plate, but Carlson offers. That'll be the 5th strikeout for Paul Skeens. 0-1 pitch to Edmund. Leover Peguero misses it. Kutch is going to make the throw to third. Will he nab him at third? He will not. As Leover Peguero playing a new position that he worked with in the minors. He misses a chopper right to him. It goes over his head. Runners first and third. Henry Davis gives the sign. Brendan Donovan stuffs back in. Skeens first pitch misses. Fastball outside. Skeens deals 1-0. That'll be a foul. Now 1-1 count. Skeens has had a lot of success here early. That'll be a changeup that he'll put on the ground. That'll be a double play to get him out of the inning. Keep Brian Hayes to Triolo to Peguero to end the inning. What a turn from Jared Triolo. Peguero, who struggled during the season with injuries, got back here late in the season after a couple games in AAA, a couple games in AA to get first base down pat. And he returned, made the playoff roster, and is now here starting in Game 2. Back into their corner after some great pitching from Steven Matz. Henry Davis offers, and he's early as he whiffs on the circle change. That's a hard hit single. He sees the circle change, makes the adjustment, and hits another one into right field. 104 off the bat. A big hit from Henry Davis. Can we get some extra base hits from the Pirates? They need it in this situation. Esteury Ruiz, the speedster, steps up to the plate. And he's going to try to lay one down, but it is foul. Esther Ruiz, who has not been a great bunter this year, tries to lay one down here early. But he's going to sneak one past Nolan Arenado for a single. Runners first and second, one out. A big spot here for the right guy for the situation. Jared Triolo already with the RBI. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Jared Triolo sends it back up the middle. That will get the runner to third. That will score one. Jared Triolo up to second. Some great base running from the Pirates results in a 2-1 lead. Jared Triolo comes through once again. It just seems the bigger the moments, the better he is. Andrew McCutchen steps in. Talk about a guy who delivers in big moments. Here against Steven Matz. A circle change misses. As it is now 2-2. Here is the pitch. That'll be a circle change. Shot through the gap. That will hold Triolo, but score one. It is now 3-1 as Kutch extends the lead and another big moment for him. The St. Louis Cardinals will go to the bullpen now. With the season on the line, they take the ball from Matz, who had a great start, as they are down 3-1. Andre Palante gets his postseason debut as he takes over here for the Cardinals.
The left fielder, number 10,
Brian Reynolds stepping into the plate in another big situation to hopefully stretch the lead as he picks off to first. Kutch gets his lead. Palante gives up one to Reynolds. Will that score Kutch? It is looking like they are waving him home. It will score. Andrew McCutchen. Brian Reynolds comes through with the bases clearing double to up the lead to 5-1. The Pirates just know how to play team baseball. If I get on, I know my brother has me. Is the type of baseball they play. Brent Rooker, talking about a brother who has not had them all year. He steps in. That's allowed. That'll be a loud foul ball. Fly ball, excuse me. That will result in a tag for Brian Reynolds. That was a loud fly ball to right field. Brian Hayes steps into the plate. Here, can he stretch the lead for Paul Skeens? As he offers up the first pitch, he's going to be just late, and that will result in out number 3, but not before the Pittsburgh Pirates strike for 4 runs in the 5th inning. Skeens with the get-me-over fastball right there. He has been pitching beautifully here to the St. Louis Cardinals. As many people did not know how this start would go, a rookie getting his first postseason start in his first year, but he has come out and dominated the moment, as that is out number 1 to Lars Nootbaar. Nolan Arenado, who Paul Skeens seems to not have an answer for here today, steps in, and he swings at the first pitch as he has in all 3 at-bats now. It finally results in an out for Paul Skeens, and that is the second out here in a quick inning for Paul Skeens. What will we see here? The hot Wilson Contreras on deck as Jared Triolo is going to get the bloop fly, and O'Neal Cruz will lead off the next inning for us as we will see 6, 7, 8 here in the postseason. A guy who was so hot last night for them has been very cold here early in this game, and he's going to continue to be cold with his 3rd ground out, but it results in an error from Brendan Donovan. The moment is getting to the St. Louis Cardinals. A regular play, a for sure play, gets thrown into the dugout. And that results in O'Neal Cruz being on second base. That is the wrong person to have on second base. Any type of hit here probably scores O'Neal Cruz with his unbelievable speed. Liover Peguero steps in against Palante. That'll be a slider. Out. Peguero 0 for 2 tonight, getting his first start of the year at first base here in the second game of the wild card round. Peguero sends one through to right field. That will score O'Neal Cruz. Peguero is going to second. They trade places. That's a 6-1 lead for the Pirates as the St. Louis Cardinals season is looking like it will come to an end here in Pittsburgh as the Pirates offense is just teeing off. Now on Andre Palante, he hangs a 12-6, but Henry Davis is going to be lucky that it gets out. He got completely under it. He hit that ball 91 miles per hour straight up into the sky. 0-1 pitch. He hangs another 12-6, but Davis misses it. Actually, a great 12-6. I thought it was going to be hung, but some great movement by it. Henry Davis with some great wood. Pause on the ball. Liover Peguero is going to tag. That'll be out number 1. Here is a 2-1 pitch. Late for Ruiz, but it could drop. It does drop for Ruiz, and Peguero will score. That is a 7-1 lead for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Everything seems to be clicking here tonight. The fans can tell as Ruiz is already at second by the time Contreras has the ball. His third stolen base of the evening. As the Pirates fans can taste it, they are going to be a part of the Turnpike Series here in the National League Division Series as they will head to Philadelphia to face the Philadelphia Phillies as they have a 7-1 lead. The game is not over. Don't let us commentators get you in the moment. The Cardinals' bats are hot. Even though they only scored 1, they have been hot all series. Gets a good lead as Palante will not throw over, but he'll throw a quick pitch, but it will be a fly out for McCutchen. But the Pirates pad on to the lead. It is now a 7-1 lead for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The guy who has been very successful against Paul Skeens here today, he puts one in the gap. Like I said, these bats are still hot for the Cardinals, but Ruiz gets it in, but it will not be in time for Contreras. He has a double as JT Brubaker and Aroldis Chapman get up here as the pitch count starts to get high for Skeens. That'll be out number 1 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian Hayes to Liover Peguero for out number 1. Ezekiel Tovar steps back in for the Cardinals. A slider that'll be fouled off by Tovar. Tovar is 2 for 2 tonight against Paul Skeens as he fouls off another one. He's been seeing Paul Skeens at an unbelievable rate tonight. As he gets another one. That's 3 for 3. There will be no throw from Kutch as the runner scores. It is now 7-2. The Pirates turn to JT Brubaker. Ezekiel Tovar has shown up tonight for the Cardinals. One of the few Cardinals that has shown up, but he's just going to take the out at first. Liover Peguero struggling a little bit today at first base at hitting any pitch you throw to him. He will go down and get it. He will go out and get it. He will stay in on the ball. But right there, he's going to roll it over to Jared Triolo. to end the inning as the lead is now down to 5 for the Pirates.
It's 7-2. The left fielder,
Brian Reynolds stepping in here against Palante. Can they get that run back that the Cardinals got against them? That'll be a great start right there from Brian Reynolds. A base hit up the middle to get on base for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He will not. Here's the pitch. That'll be off the plate. A walk for Brent Rooker.
the third baseman, number 13.
Keenan Middleton coming in to try to salvage the end of this game for the St. Louis Cardinals. See Brian Hayes stepping in. A 7-2 lead here for Pittsburgh. Here late in this game 2 of this wild card round. Brian Hayes is gonna be a victim of the infield fly rule here in game 2. He takes a great pitch and he sends it to left. That'll result in a tag. That was a great cut from O'Neal Cruz. Many people thought it was gone, but it dies on the warning track. Liover Peguero is going to take another ugly swing at a slider that absolutely makes him look foolish. 7-2 lead still for the Pirates. Oh, 2 pitch from Brubaker. Brian Hayes is going to get past the outstretched arms of Brian Hayes. Can Reynolds nab him at second? The arm is just not strong enough. Nootbaar is in at second. Nolan Arenado is going to ground to his counterpart, Brian Hayes at third. Jordan Walker takes a sinker in and off the plate. Oh, he's going to send one off the wall. That barely missed from going out. Jordan Walker, oh my goodness, sends one off the front of the right field deck. JT Brubaker looking to get out of this inning here, as he will not. The run will score. It is 4-7. The Cardinals are trying to get their season back on track. That will be the end for JT Brubaker, as it is closing time here in Pittsburgh. Let's slam the door and end the season for the St. Louis Cardinals. That means David Bednar is on the mound. He did give up a run last night, but he looks to end the St. Louis Cardinals season against a familiar foe in Paul Goldschmidt. What will he go to here? He looks to get the 4-out save today. The Cardinals are down to their last out. It is Brendan Donovan. He faces David Bednar with the season on the line. He takes a first pitch strike. These Pirates are getting hot at the right time, as that is a curve that is going to skip low. Donovan looking to capitalize on David Bednar. That's a deep fly ball. Will that be the end? The Pittsburgh Pirates are advancing to the National League Division Series to take on the Philadelphia Phillies in a Turnpike Series. The state of Pennsylvania is happy as they are taking over MLB baseball. The Pirates win their first series since 2014, coming to the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Get a 2-0 sweep. The player of the game, Esther Ruiz, is the player of the game with 4 stolen bases on the day. Man, I told you guys, if I made the right moves, this team would win the NL Central. They did not, in fact, just do that. They won the wild card series, a big step in the right path for this organization. So we advance to face the Philadelphia Phillies. Bailey Ober will face Zach Wheeler in Philadelphia for the first game of the series. The pitching rotation will look a little different due to the two-game sweep. Bailey Over will now be the technical number one. Mitch Keller will be the technical number two because Mitch Keller needs 5 days to rest. So we're gonna take him off and put him there at two. Paul Skeens will slide down to four because he just pitched. Alek Manoah will get his first start after Mitch Keller. Herman will get his first start after Paul Skeens. But what a great series. What a great first series win. What a great first playoff win for the channel. This is more to come. We have a tough task in front of us. As you guys can also see on the bracket, another upset. The Padres knock out the Atlanta Braves in the wild card series to face the LA Dodgers. Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia, LA versus San Diego, Houston versus Minnesota, Toronto versus Texas. This is the playoffs. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please stay tuned in for the end of season one. That will be in the next video. Thank you guys so much for your support, and y'all have a blessed day.